And so when you look back at yourself as a player, what parts of that version of you still shows up today as a coach?
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot, actually. I don't know. You can't really get out of it. I mean, I definitely learned a lot. When I played, I would say I was pretty like a quiet leader by example. And that's something that as a coach I've actually had to work on, like being a little bit more front-footed. Leading by example was easy for me. So you're not always able to do that as a coach. You have to be more direct and giving feedback in a timely manner and what that looks like. And I was always the mediator and someone that just did my job and got out sort of thing. And when you're coaching, definitely you're in the limelight more. So that's something that I had to learn how to do.
Thank you very much. I mean, that's incredible, that recognition of who you are and what you became. But when you transitioned from being a player into a coach, was there a specific time that you can remember? Was it an injury? Was it just you realized you had a passion for coaching and that's what you wanted to do? Can you just explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Like I didn't want to, honestly. I was playing, I got injured, and then a colleague of mine, or a friend actually at the time, he's like, you're gonna take a coaching course because you can't play right now, and it's in town. It just happened to be, they had some assessors and facilitators there, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Anyway, I did. And when I look back, it was probably one of the hardest educational weeks of my life. Because it really, I didn't look at things through a coach's lens until I was in that environment, and it really challenged me. And in the end, it's sort of funny because it prepped me. It gave me certification that I would have needed down the road, and I could make that step a little bit easier when I had to transition.
So when you became a coach, what did you realize that you didn't know as a player, but you do now as a coach?
Oh my gosh, just how much you think about it and how the communication piece, of course, everybody says that, but how you can make some complexities feel simple for people and everybody, the learning piece. I'm a teacher by trade, of course. So, that was very helpful to be able to meet people where they were at and try to, explain things to them or get them to a point where they could feel success, and getting to know them is a big piece of that, of course. But the transition piece for me was, I was just shocked at how much work and thought and planning goes into it.
But you were a very good player, so some of those skills must naturally have transitioned across, especially the reading of the game.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the vision piece helps. I do feel I can feel it and I can see it and predict what could happen next. So that's helpful for sure through a coach's eyes. But there are times too, and especially if it's teaching a skill or where that came naturally to me as a young person. So it wasn't necessarily anything that anybody, not all things, but sometimes it's harder to explain when you can do it yourself to break down the skills. So I think the vision piece helps because I can help predict things for them and explain things in that way and break it down into deeper meaning, I guess. Really, we go through a lot of video and what that looks like and, what do you see compared to what do I see? Because I really have to see the game through their eyes. What are they seeing? So yeah, I mean, I think I do help them in that way, but sometimes I have to hold myself back and be more patient and make sure I understand what they're seeing.